Hey, hello, and welcome to Ambition Success. My name is Imran, and you are watching chapter Ways to Online, where we believe that if there is will, there are ways to online. Friends, we are discussing on this agent's various components, its development journey, and in the first video of this series, we have already discussed first three stages. Now we will discuss tools and integration, but before that, let me show you where will you find the first video. So for that, you have to go to my channel, which is Ambition Success. So you can write this youtube.com and then // ambition success, which is this, to go to my channel. So today our topic is about tools. Okay, so we have seen so many tools like simple local, then API, MCP, AI agent as a tool, and then custom functions also. Okay, so this API and MCP will be at the later stage of this video, but I will try to focus on simple local tool, then AI agent as a tool, and then custom functions, right? So simple local tool are like the capabilities which are already available inside the Copilot Studio agent building canvas. For example, here we can see tools. Now, if you go to tools, you will find this. If you click over here, you will find various tools. Let me, right now we can see. So we have like various tools, for example, connectors. If you are familiar with Power Automate, then you might have seen various connectors. So those are these connectors. Like there are internal Microsoft 365 tool connectors, and as well as non-Microsoft tool connectors available. For example, we can see Jira. Apart from that, there are connectors like SAP, there are connectors like Salesforce, but these are these connectors. Apart from that, under local, you have prompt also. So prompt, we can use prompt to automatically give prompt to agent which is not the user provided prompt. And in today's video, I will show you that. Okay, how you can use prompt as a tool. Okay, then workflow. If you are familiar with Power Automate, when we say workflow inside tools, we are talking basically about the same. Then REST API. I think I need not to explain REST API, but you know that these can be utilized to interact with other systems, other database, and then the interacted output can be utilized in agent. Then model code, model context protocol, or MCP, which is like the efficient way to interact with external systems, external database. And when we click here, we can see so many other things. Okay, this is also very popular in agent in LLM. And today we will discuss about two things like connector and prompt. First, we will discuss about connector, and in connector, let's use Office 365 Outlook. When I click here, I will see other connectors. I will use send email, send, and I will use this one. Okay, so right now I am configuring the tool. Okay, I will use that also in my agent. Okay, so the tool is right now open, and we have various fields. First, I will give a name, and here like we have various options like the details, input, and completion. So I will write send to user. I am not explaining the description and other thing. To into, I will give a custom value, and here I will give my name is info @ways2.com. Okay, in subject I will write custom value, and then I will leave it dynamically to be decided by our agent. And in completion, I will write, so I will select like send specific response. Okay, I can like this will help us to understand whether this tool has completed its function or not. I can select write the response with generative AI. I will not do that, but I will rather select send a specific response. And there are also options like send an adaptive card, but I will select send specific response. And I will just mention over here email to user. Okay, now I will save this. Now the question is how this will be interfaced with our agent. Okay, so that I have to give instruction in the overview. So I will go to now overview, and inside this instruction, okay, here I will write when the weather update is available to agent, then that via mail using tool. And if I click forward slash, then I have this tools available. So I will select send weather update to user. Okay, I will save this. I hope you have seen like what I have written. Let me zoom this a little bit so that you can read it out. What I have written, when the weather update is available to the agent, then send that via email using tool and this. Okay, I will publish this also. Okay, so our agent is published now. Let's test it. So I will write the prompt, that is scan sky, hit enter. So what you will notice that apart from searching the source which we had seen in part 1 of this video, it has also used this tool. Okay, and at the end we can see that send email sent also, the completion message which we had created inside this send mail to user tool. Now if I go to my mailbox and go to sent item, I should be able to see that. And here you go. Okay. So like that, you can add other tools also inside your agent, and that agent can do various things. Can do. What if that if we want to help the user by adding the temperature, which at here is 30 degrees centigrade, and forecast for next 4 hours, it is rain is expected with, okay, it is expected, so that means yes. So what if we can add this temperature and yes or no for rain forecasting in next 4 hours, then user need not to open the email from the subject line also, we can do that. So for that, what we will do, we will use tool as well as some topic. So I am detouring little bit, but I think with that you will be able to understand how we can use topic also, and how you can use variables. That is very important. Okay, so let's see how we can do that. So I will create one topic, and the name of the topic will be like can sky, the same. So what we will write, this topic will handle like sky scan or weather, check rain, like that. Okay, so what I want first here, so here what I want, see, I want to use another tool, and that is the prompt. For example, okay, so new prompt. So what I am doing, I am giving a prompt which is local to this topic. This prompt is different from the instruction which we have provided in the instruction section of the agent. So I will give the format, in which format the output will be generated. So it will be in JSON format like this. So I can test also. So if I click here, it is testing this prompt. Sorry, I cannot provide real-time weather info. The reliable weather website or app for the latest update. Oh my god, why? Pause this video. I want to fix this. This should not happen. Something is going wrong. So I am able to fix it right now, but there was nothing that I have changed. What I have done is that I have added this. You are a weather assistant. They can provide realistic weather, and you can see it is giving me update in this format, okay, which is intended. So I want that here it should not be a big string, but yes or no. So I will write note the then output be yes or no. Let's do it again because I don't want this to be this much big. Okay, so I will just now test it again. Okay, now I have like this and this. Let me show you. Okay, so you can see my prompt at my left, and you can see the answer at my right. Okay, okay. So now this will be saved in a variable. So I will create a variable. So what is our goal? Like our goal will be to create variable where the temperature, rain forecasting, yes or no will be stored, and that we will utilize in the subsequent steps of this agent. In this use case, we want to add that in the subject line of the email. So let's create it. Create new. I will give name to this variable as this string var. It has already generated var as record. I will give this name. Then what I need to do, I need to parse this, right? I need to parse this. So what I need to parse, I need to parse the input. So parse value. Okay. So I have to select this sky report text because you will see that when you get the output from this prompt, it will contain, apart from that JSON string, so many other things also. So I have to select this sky report text. Okay, I have selected this. Data type is the data types would be from the sample. Okay, so I have to provide. So for example, the data type will be the JSON string what we have. So it will be like temperature, like 27, then rain coming. So this is the same JSON schema which we have used in the prompt. We have to use that. I will click on confirm, and if I click on this, you will see that it has created the schema, rain coming and temperature. Okay, and Okay, and save as. I have to create again a variable. So I will create. So give the name of this as sky script first. Okay. Then I will create two variables, one to store the temperature and one to store the yes no. So I will click here, variable management, set variable. Okay. So I will create variable. I will give name to this variable as temperature. Okay. The value will be from the first sky report first. I have to, yes, the sky report first temperature and rain coming. So I have to select this temperature. Okay. Similarly, so this was for temperature. I will create another variable for rain forecasting. So set variable here. I will create a new variable. I will give name to this as rain coming. Then here I will select the output from previous ones. Here first this sky report first rain coming. I will select this. So now I will create one output. I will create one message. If you have used Power Automate, then we have compose. But here we do not have compose, so I can use send message to write the output. Okay. So, this is because this is kind of debugging. Okay. So what I will see, I will first add the variable which is like sky report. This is the first. Then I will select on two variables, which is sky report text. Basically, we are doing debug that all the variables which we had created are providing correct output or not. Then temperature. Here is the temperature. Last but not the least is the incoming. Here is. So, okay. So we will save this. Okay. So we have not done anything. This topic is uh, basically will be triggered if we use those keywords. For example, check sky, whatever is mentioned over here, like sky scan, check sky, whatever is mentioned over here. This check rain, check sky. So I will give that sky scan. Let's see what happens. It's taking care. Now it is doing the prompt. And see, uh, here you go. So it has provided all the things. For example, this 27 and no and everything. So till this, it was the output from the prompt. Okay. Then this is the output from the string text, the variables, various variables, if you remember. Okay. So let's finish this video by adding a tool with this topic. And that tool, as we were discussing, will be the email tool, which will send email. And in that email subject, we will utilize these two variables. One is the temperature and another is whether there will be any rain or not in next 4 hours. But before that, I will run this once again so that I can point out the variables that we will be using. And to point out that, I will use this message node. But in this message node, now I will remove all the other variables output. I will keep only those two variables output. So you can see here are those. So this is temperature and this is rain coming. So I will remove. Okay, correct. Hit enter. It gave, as we can see here at the middle, like 28° and no. Okay. Now I will utilize this to generate the subject line of that email. For that, I will go to topic again. I'm opening this topic, and here I will add add that tool. Add tool, you can see here. So what we need a connector, and here we need send. And okay, I will use this one, Office 360 Outlook. Here, click on submit. The moment we do that, we have that node where we have to configure all other things. For example, to subject and body. Okay. Now we will open the properties. In two, we'll write my email address, which is facebook.com. Body, I will add first text variable. Okay. You can select whatever you want, but for this I will select this report.text. This is basically that JSON string will be provided. Okay. Now I need to provide subject. Now I can directly add variable over here, but what I want the subject will be combination. For example, sky update. Then I want the variable. For example, temp. Here I want the temperature. But the moment I will select that, the variable, the string what I have written, that will go away. So to avoid that, I have done little bit manipulation. What I have done, I have first created one variable, which you can see over here. Okay. And the name of the variable is email subject to. How I have done that? Like I have created using this like that. And from here, what I have done, I have created new. And by like that, I have created this email subject line too. And here I have written to be said because I I was not able to create this concatenation over here, but I can also not keep this variable to value blank. So for temporary purpose, I have mentioned to be set, and then I have taken one set text variable similar to the way I'm showing set text variable. And here I have selected this email subject underscore to, but I have mentioned topic because if you go to this, wherever I have mentioned email subject to, this is a topic variable, and that's why I have to write topic and then the subject name. Then what I have done, I have manipulated by creating this concatenation. I have hard coded this and then selected temperature. How I have selected, I have just I'm showing. For example, here I want to select. So if I click here, I will see all the variables. Like that, I have selected this temperature after writing this, and then this is rain coming this. Okay. So now this email subject to variable contains the subject, which what I have used in the subject section I have mentioned over there. New again. So now I will create save and see right now if I go to my email in sent, I don't have any email for today. So what I will do, I will test it. I will do new conversation. I will write scan sky, and then I will hit enter. It has started execution and email sent. If I go to my mail, see, I have this email. One is from email, the tool, and another is this one. See, this one is the one which we have just created. So now it's time for recap. So what we have seen today, uh, we have created tool. This is that tool which we have created, and this tool is being used to send the output generated using the user prompt based on this based on this instruction. And in the instruction only, we have this we have this when the weather update is available, we will use this send to user email tool, and then it will be sent. And then what we had seen the topic, and inside the topic we had created one topic. And what we have done, we have created a topic, we have created a prompt, and basically this prompt was overriding the instruction which was provided in the global section of the agent, and it was creating output in this format, in this format. And this output was then, let me close it, this output was then saved this inside this sky report record variable. And then we parsed that. Here we can see we have parsed that. And then what we have done, we have created two separate variable, one is temperature and one is rain coming, and then parsed temperature and rain coming output, which was in string format, we have set in these two variable. Then what we have done, we have created one string variable named email subject to, and the purpose of that was to create a customized subject line for our email that will be concatenation of hard coded string as well as these two variables which are created at the top. And then inside the properties of our email, we have used those, as you can see over here, right, as you can see. And then we had triggered that, and then we had seen that it has generated output using this prompt, and everything had happened, and the subject line was also modified accordingly, and we have received the output. So what we are doing through this video series is that we are going through this AI agent development journey. In our part 1 we have covered first 3 items. Here in this part 2 we have partially covered fourth item. We have covered simple local items. We will also touch base on the other items, and then subsequently we'll go ahead with the other items which are part of AI agent development journey. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching this. See you in the next one. But before that, we always believe if there is will, there are ways to online. Thank you. See you in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye bye.